Hello everyone, here I am with the famous twin paradox. This is a standard question on twin paradox. First we will solve it with a special relativity theory, then we will analyze it from the general relativity point of view, and then we will see actually that is it really a paradox or just we apply naively the theory of formulas of special relativity and the paradoxical situation occurs. Now see, what is the question? The question is, on their 21st birthday, one twin gets on a moving sidewalk or spaceship which carries her out to a star X at a speed 4/5c. Her twin brother stays at home, in case here on the planet Earth. When the traveling twin gets to a star X, she immediately jumps onto the returning moving sidewalk and comes back to the Earth again at same speed. She arrives on her 39th birthday as determined by her own watch. And the question is, how old is her twin brother? Now first understand the question. See, both of them were on their 21st birthday. She went on the sidewalk or spaceship which is moving from Earth to a star X. She just jumped on it and the sidewalk carries her to a star X. Upon reaching there at the star X, there was another sidewalk or spaceship coming towards the Earth with the same speed, just the direction is earlier it was to Earth, from Earth to a star X, and later it was from a star X to Earth. She just jumped from this spaceship to that one and just headed back to the Earth. This is how it. And this, the 39th birthday, means the watch which she was wearing, maybe on her wrist on this or on the starship, that watch showed the 39th birthday, which means this is the proper time in her difference frame. As I have told you in my earlier video, what is the proper time and how to measure it actually while solving the relativity, you can visit that video and watch it. Now come here, we'll apply it for the solution. See, the time elapsed on her birthday, on her watch, is 39 years minus 21st birthday is 18 years. Means in between this process from heading to Earth, going to a star X and then coming back to Earth, on her watch the proper time was this, 18 years. Then and what would be the time elapsed in Earth's reference frame? See, calculate it. We will simply use the time dilation formula on it. As we all know, T is equals to gamma T naught, where this T naught is the proper time. I have analyzed it in my previous video. You can watch it on the channel. Calculate gamma now. First calculate gamma. What is gamma? 1 by root under 1 minus v square by c square. This becomes 4 by 5c. This cancels. This becomes 1625 minus 9 by 2 means 1 by 3 by 5, and it becomes 5 by 3. See, simply put this value here, 5 by 3, and this T naught, 18 years. This is the time, T naught, 6 5 ja 30 years. Now, she was 39 years old when she came to the Earth to meet her twin brother. Then the age of her brother will be 21 plus 30 is equals to 51 years. So see, how The twin who stayed at Earth aged more, and the twin who moved on the spaceship in outer space has aged less. This is the theory of special relativity. Now we need to analyze it on the theory of general relativity. A very simple question that generally that may arise while solving this question, that we used the theory that the twin who stays at Earth, he was at rest in an inertial frame, and the twin which moved on the spaceship was in accelerating frame, and that's why we will use this. The dilated time will be of the twin who stays in an inertial frame, and the twin who moved in a spaceship, as we know the moving clock runs slower. The other twins means how clock will move slower than the clock on the Earth frame. We use this thing in solving this question. Now you may question that in reality the Earth is not in rest, because the Earth is moving about its axis, and the solar system is moving about the sun. The sun is moving about the center of galaxy, and galaxy is also moving in maybe some spiral trajectory or something like that about something else in the universe. So if we take all the motions in account, then we simply cannot do this formula, because in that case the Earth is not an inertial frame, it also has motion and it also has acceleration. Then could we apply this formula, the special relativity formula, in that case too? We'll try to understand it. See, in a special relativity, what have we applied? T is equals to gamma T naught, where T naught is the proper time. See, reversing it, T naught becomes root under 1 minus v square by c square t. See, we took the value of T naught, this is in divide here, it comes in multiply here. This is the equation of proper time in a special relativity theory. Here we have a constant value of velocity, so we simply put this value and we solve it. But if there is some variable changing value of velocity, then we can still use this formula, but we just need to use the differential process by solving this one for special relativity. But for general relativity, there is another factor which comes in scene. I am going to write it after that. This is for the special relativity thing. See, the proper time in a special relativity, if this velocity is in variable form, we'll use the differential formula. The proper time will become d tau. This value remains this, and this t will also be dt. And for the general relativity, in general relativity, this same formula means the formula which we use to determine the proper time and the dilated time, it has a slight change. I'm not going to derive this formula, I'm just going to write it, which formula we will use. See, d tau in general relativity, this becomes 1 minus, this remains v square by c square, and there is an additional term in it which is 2 phi by c square, and this whole term is, you can differentiate it. See, d tau, it's again the proper time. This is the factor that appears in general relativity instead of this one, and this is the dilated time. Now here phi is a value. See, it is Newtonian gravitational potential. Phi has the value gm by r. This we know, gravitational constant universal. This is the mass of the planet we are talking about, and this r is the distance from the center of mass of that planet to the it is the radial distance of the center of mass to the object, to the body which we are calculating, whose time dilated we are calculating. This is the analysis. See, pause it for a while. See, I'll come up with the explanation of this equation in another video. Here I just told you that for special relativity we use this, and for general relativity we use this equation. Why we need to go in general relativity? As I've told you earlier, because the twin which is moving, she can also think that the twin who stays at the planet can be in inertial frame, and she can also apply the time dilation from her reference frame, taking proper time of the twin who stays at Earth. And that is why in general relativity it is true, and that's why we calculate it on this with this formula. But now try to understand how does it affects the result of it. See, in special relativity we usually say the moving clocks run slower, means for the observer's reference frame the clock which is moving will run slower, means the proper time from that clock which is moving with the body in question, as seen by observer who is stationary, the time measured on that clock will be lowest time. Every other observer will measure a dilated time more than that time. This is the thing of a special relativity. And in general relativity, that the person which is moving, since in general world nothing is at absolute rest, our Earth is also a non-inertial frame, it also has acceleration, I have told you earlier. So we just cannot take it in the form of rest, complete rest. It also has acceleration, but the deeper analysis in general relativity, I haven't read it completely yet, but as the results I have read that, is that even in general relativity it is independent of the frame, means the proper time is always going to be the time measured in the reference frame of the body in question which is moving. If C means C, the sister which is moving, the clock with her on the spaceship will measure the proper time in her reference frame, and that proper time is going to be the smaller time, the smallest time for from all the other times measured by every other observer. And this is true in special relativity too, and in general relativity too. The deeper analysis goes like this. In a special relativity we generally say the moving clocks run slower from the observer's point of view, but in general relativity it has been seen that the stronger the gravitational pull, the slower the clock will run. So in reality it is not the velocity which is affecting the time dilation thing, it is the acceleration, means gravity. So another question that can come in your mind, that as we know in generally the twin who stays on the planet is older than the twin who traveled in the outer space, Now, a general question that can come to your mind is that, is there any case, or is it for any observer, or in any case, is it possible that the twin who stays on the planet will be younger than the twin who moved in the outer space? The answer is yes. There is one condition where the twin who stays on the planet will be younger in age than the twin who moved in the outer space, and that case is it is in general relativity. That case is the planet has to have a very strong gravitational force, and the twin who travel in outer space needs to travel in a weaker gravitational field. Only in that case the twin who stayed on the planet will be younger in age than the twin who moved in outer space, came back and got reunion with the twin. I will explain these things about general relativity and other things in maybe some other video in near future. I haven't studied it yet completely, but that is the only case where this happens. Pause it for a while. So actually in reality there is no paradox. It is fixed thing. It seems paradoxical just because we don't apply the relativity formulas quite well understandingly. If we do that, then there is no paradoxical thing, as I have told you earlier, because it's not always fixed that the twin who travel will be younger than the twin who stays on the planet. It is the gravity, the gravitational pull that is affecting the proper time, and that is why the younger or older thing will appear. I have tried to explain it in my best possible way. If you have any problem or any doubt, or you have your own idea, own theory in it, you can comment me about this. Like and subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.